understanding the square of a number. So in this part of the lesson, we'll be looking at what exactly is a square number. What is the square of a number? Let's consider a case, for example, if we have 3 square. 3 square means to take 3 multiplied by itself 2 times. So 3 times 3, 2 times. So I have 3 square. So what is 5 square? 5 square will be taking the number 5 multiplied by itself 2 times. So that will be 2 sets of 5, 2 groups of 5. So this will be 5 square. So in that case, what will be a square? A square will be taking the letter A multiplied by itself 2 times. So you get A times A. Okay, and what will be B square? B square will be taking the letter B itself multiplied by itself 2 times. So this will be repeated 2 times. So B times B will give you B square. So in that case, then let us consider what is the whole of AB square. If I were to have something square, I need to repeat this. I need to take something times something 2 times. So I need to repeat whatever that's inside this bracket 2 times. So this will become AB times the whole of AB 2 times. And we know AB means A times B. So this means A times B times A times B. We can see that A times A, we have A square. So let's group the terms that we have, the same ones together. This will be B times B, and I get B square. What do we notice when we take square of the number? This square must apply to every member inside the bracket. Okay, so if I were to give you another case, for example, 3A holding square. What will 3A holding square be? I need to repeat 3A 2 times. This will be 3A multiplied by 3A. And what do we get in return? 3 times 3 gives me 3 square. A times A gives me A square. So this power 2 needs to be applied to all the terms inside the bracket. And we know 3 square is the number. 3 times 3, 9A square. Let us consider the next example. What is, let's say, 5x holding square? This means I will need to repeat 5x how many times? 2 times. This will be 5x multiplied to 5x itself 2 times. When we have this, I will get 5 times 5, 5 square. And x times x, x square. And we know 5 square is 25, so this will be 25x square. So when we take square of a whole term, we need to apply this power 2 to both the number and the letter. So now we know that in general, if I were to have a number square, it means I need to repeat that number multiplied by itself 2 times, right? Let's consider other cases. Now we know that something square equals to something times something repeated 2 times. What happens if I were to put a to the power of 3 or a cubed or a to the power of 3 into my bracket? What does this mean? This means I'll need to have a to the power of 3 repeated with a to the power of 3 2 times. But how can we simplify this? What is a to the power of 3? A to the power of 3 means a times a times a. And this is also a times a times a. How many groups of a cubed do we have? How many groups of a cubed do we have? I have 1, 2, 3. 3 of them here, first group. I have another 3 of them here, the second group. In total, when I multiply everyone together, what will I get? I will get a to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What does this tell me? When I have something square, I will have 2 sets of the power 3. I will have 2 sets of the power 3, and I get the number a to the power of 6. Let's try one more question. What is the whole thing square? For example, x to the power of 5 whole thing square. I will need to write it as something times something repeated 2 times. In this case, that will be x to the power of 5 times x to the power of 5 2 times. Right? X to the power of 5 means x times x 5 times. So there'll be 5 times over here, and this one also x times x 5 times. Right? So what will we get in the end? I know that there will be 2 sets of the power 5. I will have 5 over here, another 5 over here. There are 2 sets of them. So it will become x to the power of, this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in total, this will be x to the power of 10. I will have 2 sets of 5, and it become x to the power of 10. So will you be able to tell me what is x to the power of 4 whole thing square? What will we get? Did you get the answer? We will have 2 sets of the power 4, and you'll get in return x to the power of 8. So what is y to the power of 20 whole thing square? We will get y to the power 20 times y to the power 20 repeated 2 times. We'll have 2 sets of power 20, and that will give me y to the power of 40. So in general, if we were to have something to the power of 2, for example, if you have a to the power of 6, when we have something to the power of 2 or something square, it means I will have 2 sets of that power. And that will give me a to the power of 6. I will have 2 sets of this power, 6 times 2, which gives me the power a to the power of 12. So when we take square of the number, what will happen to the power? The power will multiply by 2. With that, we come to the end of this part of the lesson. We'll see you for the next lesson. Goodbye.